It will be Komso that'll start on the T side, so you could argue that that is going to be favorable.
Hope so. Got a P250 buy on Vitornik here. Gonna take his duels towards B main to start things off. 1-3-1 from LVG. Waiting for some bridge aggression and set up quite heavily to deal with it. Start to make their way across here actually in the mid round.
Might have read it pretty well because that bridge aggression has come through and Fergt has been able to double tap G and Starry, and well, Zaka knows that he needs to find a way to make a difference. He's actually called for Amelia to come across to assist as well. But Komso not really giving them a whole lot. Fergt will have a little cheeky peek and Zaka will take his head off. So that at least is a tick back in the book of Lynn Vision, but it's still looking pretty good for Komso on the pistol.
Need to make sure they're closing out this pistol though. This could really help them early on here, make themselves a much more competitive game. Aggression from Westmelon. Great crosshair placement and movement. Takes the head off Vitornik. They need to trade this kill and they're able to do it. He goes down in the middle of the map. Prompts the push from Zaka and Amelia through the A main side and actually does catch Doran, who is setting up util for Komso to get onto this site. It's going to allow LVG to stick around in A main and kick off this retake in 2-on-2.
Well, no kit available, so they're going to have to move quickly, and already it hasn't gone very well for them. Goosh coming through from the Glock, finished off as well onto Amelia, leaves Zaka solo, and not being given anything. No peeks from Komso. And so Zaka's going to have to take matters into his own hands, and that's just not going to happen. It's D-side pistols that have looked actually okay for Komso so far today.
Yeah, it's exactly what they needed. Bomb plant goes down as well. Give them nice wealth of cash to start this game off with. Now, keep an eye on how Lynn Vision chooses to respond. Seems like the full save with the single flash on Westmelon, so we need a nice clean anti-eco here for Komso. Get their economy off onto a good start, maybe get some kills on those Mac 10s going early on. Win that first gun round, and all of a sudden, could be a decent looking game.
Doran, that Mac 10 is going to get straight into A long. Don't know how long he's going to want to stick around here because Lynn Vision are certainly on their way. And he might get one or two, but someone's going to get him eventually. Starry will pick the pace up and look for a little bit more. Maybe a big old wide swing from Lynn Vision. They're certainly doing a bit of damage. But all's well that ends well for Komso. And 3 guns taken through is not too bad.
Yeah, good stuff. This is the start to the game they needed. Into the first gun round now. This is where they need to get going. Had some issues on the gun rounds on Vertigo for the most part. Definitely getting diffed a little bit by Lynn Vision in those kind of runs. It's going to be 5 rifle from the CT side here to kick things off. No kits. Ferg's going to hang on to that Mac 10. Only one player without head armor being G, so the Galil and the Mac 10 going to have a bit of more of a difficult time. It look like it's a quick play through this progression smoke front side of B main.
Starry dropped early on in the piece, but that kill is brought back by Westmelon, and G still dancing around on the bomb site, holding on strong. Komso just don't have any idea where to look, and Westmelon will tear them apart 1-2.
That's filthy.
That's a dominant display from Lynn Vision in their first CT gun round.
It's like, there was like 7 or 8 bullets in his clip, and he's killed 3 people. That's just unreal. I mean, like, that was okay for Komso. Again, another one of these rounds, like, I mean, they got for the 1-for-1 over on E-Box side. It felt like they got a decent exec timing through the progression smoke. But didn't end up working out for them. Things go a little pear-shaped now for Komso, actually. They're going to force buy here. And Eddie's holding on to extra cash, though. Didn't buy up with the rest of the boys. They've got almost no util, and they're trying to make a buy work with, you know, Tech 9 armor, single Galil, and a hero wall. Vitornik. Oh, I still, it's one of the other East Russian teams doing this as well. Just literally underarming a progression smoke B main and walking in. I think it was GR Gaming that was doing that, and it was kind of working as well. It's a little ludicrous that this play just keeps finding value.
That Orc's going to find value as well. Doran waiting so patiently for Zaka to just come walking across in mid. Westmelon will toss the molly into cams, which will delay for a moment and give Amelia at least some more time to watch long. That's being cleared out by him, and Starry's also walked all the way in through canals. Komso are going to call the cancel and they're going to go toward B, but Starry might be ready to shut this one down. He's going to need more than just the one, and he's not going to get it. A good trade comes through. Now it's on to Amelia, who can't hold the spray. A couple of key moments there for Lynn Vision that could have sent that round in their direction, but they all go the way of Komso. And Lynn Vision are being humbled a little bit right now.
That's a huge round. What will Lynn Vision respond with here? Can't just take a single save, but they've got enough players to be able to put a buy together here. I don't know. I think I much prefer the single save here. The T's are not that resettable. You can see they've got good money across the board, but Lynn Vision, they're feeling confident today. They're just going to go for the force. 2 MP9s, 3 M4s. This is actually a big opportunity for Komso to win a round like this and reset the CT economy early on and actually get themselves going on a good T side here. Like I said in the pre-show, man, you get yourself onto the right map, T-side start. You can definitely make a game of it.
Better start to this round for Lynn Vision, as they once again try that aggression, that bullying over on A long, and it's worked out one more time. They can sort of move back to a little bit more of a default setup. We'll clear out mid first. But no real need for any more over-aggression from Lynn Vision now that they have the numbers advantage.
Yeah, it's good structure. Initial opening duel towards A main, and they immediately kind of rejig the rotates. They've got such little util, but you can see they're being wise about how they want to use it. Ready with some counter flash setups. Starry ready with the reactive smoke on this B main choke or onto E box as soon as the pressure comes out. There's this A execute, which is just designed to pull some rotations away from B, but it's pulled absolutely nothing here.
Starry with the MP9 wants to get into the mix, and there's his opportunity. Good hold from Lynn Vision. A little bit of a speed bump in that previous round, but 2 gun rounds that we've seen them win have looked really good, so you do sort of still get the sense that there's a lot more to give from Lynn Vision so far in this map.
Yeah. That was a bit of a missed opportunity for Komso. And as a result, they've actually been hard reset here. A couple of players down on that 1400. So Thurkt and KRC have to force, but with 3 rifles brought into this one, it's still a dangerous looking buy for the T side and still has the potential to once again break that CT economy. It's just a question of whether they can realize that potential. Pace there for KRC. Zaka not ready for that at all. Going to lose his life in the middle of the map. What do Komso do here, though? With no control or pressure on the extremities, it's going to be difficult to force it through the middle of the map. And a double volley onto KRC, and camera is make this one difficult. There's chaos in middle. Flood through the smoke. Still end up in 3-on-2 here.
Ooh, that's scary for Amelia. He's going to have to turn around and do a little bit more work as well. The nade will at least get some damage out, but not enough for the kill. It's on to Starry to salvage. He's almost naded himself. Going to swap out for the M4, 20 bullets in that one. Hanetti wants to take the fight, and he's going to be looking a little worse for wear as a result of that. Starry with the Molotov. Almost gets caught on the timing there. Will be given the opportunity to push his way out from cams, and he knows exactly where Hanetti is going to be, and that will be a pretty straightforward 1v1, but a costly round in the end for Lynn Vision. And with the economy such that it is, it's not really something that they can afford all that often.
Yeah, but now I mean, looking at the money on Komso, who were just recently on that double eco territory, even with the bomb plant, with no cash left over, probably going to have to be a single save from them. They did take 4 guns away, though, so I would like to see them, you know, go for a Tech 9 armor round, maybe some kind of set play. I'm surprised they're taking a full save here. Yeah, a couple of upgraded pistols at least, guys. You know, we need to take 2 or 3 more guns away from the CT side, keep that money nice and shaky, and give ourselves an opportunity to reset the CT economy a bit more in round number 8. What a shot from Victornik to start things off. E-box player hits the deck.
Well, the response again from Vision is to try to get aggressive toward A long, and at a certain point, Komso's got to be cottoning on to that as a possibility. Almost had the setup ready to trade Amelia down, which would have put them in a really good spot for this round, but well, it's actually happened a little bit after the fact through the smoke. Big push, though, from Westmelon. He's taken matters into his own hands.
I mean, it's already a win for the T's, even if they don't get one more gun. But they do have the potential to be picking up this round. Has this rifle been juggled away by Lynn Vision is my question. No. KRC's got his hands on that. This one's getting dangerous. B site's open for the taking. Westmelon and the rest of the boys clearing out the other side of the map. They know it's not A. They're clearing out middle. The bomb's going to go down on B, and we're going to get into an accelerated post plant here.
And this surely would just have to be a save call for Lynn Vision,
Oh,
especially now.
another one.
I mean, these Deagles have been doing some work for Komso.
It's just Vitornik, bro. He's just decided to have a round. 3 kills on the Deagle. None of those shots were easy ones. Like, you don't see those kind of shots being hit very often, even at the top level of CS, and he's hit like 2 in 1 round.
Well, it's definitely looking a bit more competitive here on Anubis, which is, I gotta say, a surprise to me. I mean, a lot of faith in Lynn Vision's Anubis, but
Komso are just winning some of these swing rounds against the CT economy early on. You know, that's what's happening right now. It doesn't matter if you're the best team in the world. If you have a couple of awkward rounds early on the CT side and your money gets away from you, you know, you can lose the game, or you can at least lose the half. You know. So for a team like Komso, in this kind of round robin format where round difference is a thing, where sealing a map is definitely going to be quite valuable for their prospects of playoffs, this is exactly the kind of situation you need to put yourself in.
gonna have a pause out as well, so that'll give a little bit more time to figure things out here for Lynn Vision. Not a whole lot of cash to splash around. I guess they haven't been paid their sticker money just yet.
There we go. Unpause. That's what we want to see. Hey, man, sometimes you don't have the cash. You either got to scrape something together or hold on for another day.
1900
like,
loss bonus, it'll be safe here.
Yeah. I mean, even for Westmelon, though, that's not good news. Bro's down to a Famous, probably. So it wouldn't be bad to see LVG try to save one of these guns if this round doesn't go well, particularly the AWP on G. It's not something you're going to be able to afford replacing.
Oh, he's in a position to make a difference here. Komso having a bit of a look in towards canals at the moment. Over the top of that smoke. Sort of attempting a bit of a one-way smoke, I guess, with that, but not really going to get too much out of it.
Rotation into middle here. And I like this movement from LVG, recognizing that the T side definitely wants to be working middle on a round like this. Running that T side default. I don't think KRC had head armor there, going down to the M4 with the goose sound, and that's going to be a rifle hitting the deck. Amelia gets hands on an AK. Oh, Komso definitely don't want to be slipping up in a round like this. G's caught one on the cross, I thought. Not sure how that shot hit him here.
Well, he's not going to get out alive, and there's nobody else on the B bomb site right now, but Starry gets the insta-bink with the P250 at close range. Fergt is lucky to be alive. That second shot not quite going through. Zach is going to have a crack over toward the site. He can only get one, but Starry's found his man. This round has just devolved.
Yeah. Smoked off E-box. 1 on 2, no kit. It's not happening for Starry. And in fact, as I mentioned before, this AK save for Westmelon could actually be quite a difference maker. We talked about it. 1900 loss bonus. Starry will have, you know, what, 4.3, something like that this round. Could drop an AK to someone like Westmelon, then you'll have much better util divided up amongst the team with just that single rifle save. So it's worth it. Komso, though, picking themselves up their 5th, having a nice little run here on T-side Anubis. Probably going to have the money to buy out the half for the most part.
Terrorists win.
Starry does end up getting away with the AK at least. Lynn Vision kind of need everything that they can get actually on this CT side in terms of that monetary bonus.
Yeah. There's the drop to Westmelon. Oh wait, no, he's dropped it to Amelia. I don't understand why they've done that. Definitely could have been rifle in the hands of Westmelon there. And Amelia with the extra $1,200 is not doing him any favors. But anyway, that's just my opinion, bro. This team qualified for the major, and they've started off a round like this beautifully.
Yeah. Don't question the method, question the result. So Smoke's going to go down outside of Dark, and that'll make it pretty difficult for Ferk to really get a whole lot done here. And Komso will just slow things down a little bit and wait to see if they're going to get any kind of a mistake from Lynn Vision. Unlikely at this stage.
Yeah. Progression Smoke onto doors. Zaka says, sorry, bridge is closed today. That's a good pick from Ferk though, and maybe that's why Messmelon has bought himself an MP9.
Yep.
Sit him with the drive-by Tokyo Drift Peak in midair. And Komso now locked behind this Smoke. Just going to do what East Russian teams seem to do in ESL Challenger Asia. It's Under Armour Smoke B main and try to walk out of it. Hope for the best. It's not going to work again, surely. I can't believe this. This is unreal.
Well, they've still got to deal with G and Zaka with this nade. Could have been a bit of a better one. I don't think they're expecting G from that same position though, and they were not. So that'll be a fourth up for Lynn Vision as they continue to plug away at this CT side.
Money getting shaky for Komso. Still going to be able to put a buy together here. Once again though, pressure on Lynn Vision's economy. 2 players will be double eco if they drop this one. Starry's going to be single eco, as will Westmelon. This will be a big round for Komso to win, actually. A bit of a swing round for both teams. Quick one into A main here. Back 10. Put deep on in and forces out CT util. There's a progression Smoke from the T side into E box. Underarm nade looking for the pick in the mid round, but Ferk nice and safe behind the pillar. See the exchange of util over on the A side of the map. Komso investing a lot of util trying to pull and push rotations, but only left over with 5 grenades here. What does their mid to late round look like? Because I don't really think they've done very much in terms of pushing and pulling LVG's rotations. G's got on the mid info line as well and cleared all that out, which is definitely going to help. They just opted to play heavy B, retake A. Second last Smoke for Komso is a progression Smoke out A as they group up. It's a 1-4 with a B ending here.
He's going to get his head banged off, and so will Starry. That's a clean entry onto B. And Lynn Vision left a little bit rattled on that round. They didn't even really get much of a chance, it seems like, to defend that site.
Yeah, I think... Oh, that's a nice pick from Hanetti. All hits the deck. Amelia, next up. See if you can hold on to the rifle. Should be able to get the timing onto Hanetti here. Trying to save the ult for G's sake, but you can see Komso already on the hunt.
Yeah, Amelia aware of it.
By KRC.
Oh, he's got too many angles to watch. You just never get away with this.
Surely got him. That's a nice shot. 1 bullet left. Oh, couldn't quite get it.
Thought.
I think, look, Komso's approach to that round, I don't mind it. Like, they're kind of util bombarding both sides of the map simultaneously, which looks a little confused. But really, what's actually happening is, and you see this in a little bit more of an organized fashion in the top tier of CS, is the Ts are trading down util with the CTs and trying to push and pull rotations. And what ends up happening is Komso is left in a 1-4. They've denied the CTs all info except for that mid-info line that G was able to get on. And then they just dry contact into B, and there's just no reactive util for LVG left over on that side of the map after the initial exes, right? And they're able to find that timing that works out for them, hit those 2 clean entries, and that's their round.
Yeah,
So
Vision in a pretty bad spot now as well, actually, economically speaking. They have 1,900 loss bonus going into final round of the half, and they've got players that are at 1,500,
I'm pretty surprised they've saved here, to be honest. But once again, they're at the major, so I'm not allowed to criticize them. But realistically, I wouldn't have mind seeing, you know, maybe even a hero or bought by Amelia, a bunch of pistols. Just do a classic old, like, AWP goes onto the aggressive line, you stack the other side of the map, something like that. Maybe a mid-trap would have been good. Just give yourself a chance at getting 2 gun rounds in the last 2, you know? Because you're not going to get that good of a buy on G or Zaka or someone like that anyway. Okay, that's going to help.
Yep, that's a win.
That's a free AK. On the beach.
Zaka not quite going to have the same success that Westmoreland did, but as we can see on the map, Westmoreland's absolutely going to be getting away with that AK, and that might actually be enough to sort of salvage this round coming up, and potentially the half as well, actually, for Lynn Vision. The fact that they've got a couple of AKs or a couple of weapons to play with, and obviously that means they can drop 1 or 2. Saves the buy, definitely.
XM comes out, and yeah, 100% AK makes a fair bit of a difference on this buy. It's a pretty decent looking buy for Lynn Vision, better than I thought they were going to be able to put together, and even Starry gets an M4 up instead of an XM. Not able to do the silly purchases as much as they were doing on Vertigo, given the state of this current game. They are actually under a somewhat of a degree of pressure from Komso. Once again, progression smoke onto B, util pressure, lining up an Eggsy behind it with V Tornik on the lurk through E-box side.
This could go the same way the last B entry went. Though that molly hasn't quite found its mark. It fizzled in the smoke. Starry inside of E-box. He's going to have to come into his own right now because Westmoreland's already dropped. That's a good flick from Starry, but it's really all on him now to try to hold on to this side as those rotates come on through. Perfect timing on the peak. Zaka's gotten one. Starry off the contact, another. And 2 on 3 is being negotiated quite nicely by Lynn Vision so far. And it's a bit messy in the end, but 5-7 will be the score at the halftime break. So a little bit more competitive on map 2, and Komso actually leading 7-5 at the half. They were kicking things off on the T side though, and now they move on to the CT side. Things may get a little bit more difficult for them, and look, you've still got to say, Lynn Vision, probably the favourites to win this map.
Yeah, moving on to the T side now. It's exactly what you'd expect. Komso, though, much better game from them than what we saw on Vertigo, so hopefully they can continue going strength to strength on this CT side. Obviously starts off with that CT pistol. It's going to be the one set of util, sorry, two sets of util here for LVG, the majority given over to G. And looks like it's some kind of A set play, the majority moving through rugs here. Komso, two-man setup over on doors and bridge side after no contacts made. You're starting to see some movement maybe across bridge in the mid-round here. Two players playing retake A between KRC as well as Hanetti.
Pop flash over toward A long to see if Hanetti can set himself up behind the pillar. Vision got a lot of members in this area of the map, and they're going to start to try forcing their way in. KRC got a double kill through the flash. It's a great start for Komso. Starry, though, is salvaging things as ever with the pistol. 3K already. Going to be looking for more as the plant will go down. Round's really hanging in the balance, though, with that flank coming through. Vitornik just needs to be given a bit of time. Starry's watching for it, but he'll lose his head. And that makes for an almost unwinnable position for G, though he does take down Vitornik and can't get enough for Fergt. And that's the pistol in the second half as well for Komso. Pisky, you were telling me the way to win in one of these BO1s. Get a couple of the pistols under your belt.
Get both pistols, you win the swing rounds. Still though, 3.7 on Sari, couple Galil armors. It's far from done. This is the important round now after post bomb plant with a couple of kills. We all know it. Which I'm not a fan of in MR12 with the current meta of CS. Definitely still questionable. Would like to see a rebalance of the economy after the major, but that's another... That's a story for another time.
I mean, look, there's probably been enough on this map from Komso to make me think that they can actually swindle one away from Lynn Vision. The setup's not looking too great, though, for this round, as Hanetti's the only one over toward A. He's just been completely held at bay with all the util that Lynn Vision have tossed on in, and it's going to take a big rotation in from the rest of the CTs, which is going to be harassed by Zaka as well. Tough retake ahead now for Komso, who, to be fair, have a little bit of util to work with, but no defuse kit. It's going to make things a lot more difficult. Nice little bait and switch there, though, from the two players working their way toward long. Still, trades looking pretty good for Lynn Vision, and the hold is looking solid as well. A couple of M4s to make their way in, a couple of flashes as well for Fergt to try to make something happen. There'll be a dribble smoke out the front of the site, and Fergt doesn't really have too many options left. He does not have a defuse kit, and that is going to be a round for Lynn Vision. Komso not able to hold on this time.
So beautiful the way Lynn Vision is playing. You know, the way they play that post plan is just so good. Like, they lose Zaka on the flank, two CTs spotted on the flank, and after their util's dead, they know, the players know, you know, without any hesitation, they instantly have to fight forward, take heaven control, and pay the post plant 3v2, fighting the flank afterwards. They're just in such good form right now, and the decision making in the mid to late round is so good to watch. Force Spire is going to come out for Komso as a result. It's pistols and armor. It's all Lynn Vision has to navigate to even up the scoreline here on Anubis and put some more pressure back on the Russian fellas.
Solon said he wins the race, seems to be the mantra for Lynn Vision in this round. But it'll be toward mid where they set their sights. Bit of progression util out on long as well. Starry, go down to that Deagle. I mean, the Deagle work has been fantastic from Komso today. But it might not be enough to get them through this round.
They're going to need something a bit more special than that. There's the smoke Going to cut the map in half, and as they try to force their way through it, they're punished by Westmelon and G. 4 alive for Lynn Vision, heading into the anti-eco. In round number 16 here, they are looking very, very solid to close this map of Anubis on the T side. If their economy is anything to go by.
Yeah, I guess Komso's getting a bit of a taste of their own medicine where now that they're on the CT side, they're struggling for cash.
Another cute little bit stack behind the Molotov.
Well, that'll be pretty well dealt with by Zaka, holding down his mouse button.
Give him the gun and hose treatment. Love to see it. Here's the buy, though, for Komso. This is the issue, though now on the CT side after losing the initial exchange. And the big issue with the, economy the way it is in CS2 right now, you lose round 2 to a team that planted in the pistol on T side. And your economy is reeling for it, even however many rounds after the fact. A round like this, you can see only, 4 to 5k on most of the players. You ended up with a M4 buy, limited util, no kits. Mid-take comes out here for Lynn Vision. Hot flash in the mid-round sends KRC out, and he finds a really nice timing. Wow. What a clip from the M4. 2-man advantage for Komso now.
It's definitely not over for Komso just yet. Felt like Lynn Vision were going to come barreling back in this T-half, and all of a sudden now they're in a 5-on-3. They, to be fair, have pretty good control over the A-bomb side, and about to get a bomb plant down, but holding off a 3-on-5 retake's not going to be an easy task. See how Komso goes.
Doable, they got to get in their face. The flood comes through though. 3 kills in the blink of an eye. Still end up in a 1-on-1 that somehow Lynn Vision wins.
Okay.
Just fighting forward in front into the cam smoke, fighting heaven. Understanding that if they're going to have a chance at winning that round, they've got to defend the CT flood, and they somehow bloody do it, Jordan.
Yeah, funniest part of it was that G didn't even have to fire a bullet until the last one. And as a result, his opponent had no idea where he was.
And I don't blame Komso. Like 5v3, you're flooding into the site on the bomb tap is a really good way to go about it, to be honest. But Lynn Vision, that's just the form that they're in, that they can win a round like that. Like flooding on the tap with a 2-man advantage, I actually rate that. I just can't believe they weren't able to clean it up.
Well, that flash was a little bit too easy for Westmelon to negotiate. Kind of gave the game away for Vitornik. Got a little bit of a probe coming through from Zaka at E-box, and he's going to have a bit of a look into the B bomb site, which is not looking easy to defend for Ferk. You got 4 players of Lynn Vision headed in this direction, and they're already into the site, so Komso won't be getting too much out of this round, one would think.
No, probably not. Pistols kind of pinned back into unfavorable positions versus a rifle. Not much to be done for Komso, unfortunately. And look, there was a point in the first half that they were up 7-3 on the T side, and we were thinking, oh, well, they're getting something cooking. But, I mean, those who know that this was probably never a game we were too worried about Lynn Vision in. And they're showing us exactly why on the T side of Anubis here. This is their playground, like even going back to some of their early tournaments. When Anubis came out, some of the pro leagues and things like that. This was always the map that they were able to really push international opposition on. Give a couple of, top 5 teams in the world a scare.
Yeah, we saw that at the RMR as well. They played it against Greyhound. Pretty solid win there, 13-7. Played it against Twisted Minds, 13-7 win there as well. So it's definitely still quite well within the wheelhouse for Lynn Vision. And this 10-8 scoreline might not be too surprising to see blow out to actually a 13-8, depending on the circumstances that happen in this round. Scraping the bottom of the barrel again for Komso. Be a lot of util tossed into that B bomb site, but no explosion off the back of it from Lynn Vision just yet. There's another Molotov. And it's the second wave that's going to prompt the offensive from Lynn Vision. It hasn't gone very well, though. Haven't hit their shots. Haven't been able to find their trades, and now Starry has to do a little bit of magic. The smoke will fade favorably. He held down the spray a little bit, but not long enough. And so G is tasked with the 1-on-3, and he's got Vitornik stuck behind the bomb site, but can't quite find the angle. Now he's opening himself up to multiple different fights that he's going to have to win.
Gonna remake an exi here, but smoked off in the choke point. I don't know if we're gonna be making GV3 a thing this time. Got another smoke to refresh on that B main choke, and look, that is the ultimate issue. Playing the spam battle through a smoke with an AK versus an A1S. The traces are going to get you.
Another twist and another turn for the map. Plenty of money for the T side.
Yeah, still plenty of money for Lynn Vision to keep fighting for this one. Another reinvestment. They've still got, what, one or two buys in the back pocket, even if this one doesn't go well. And Komso, look, they won the round with a couple of runs up, so they will be, with the pretty good loss bonus they're sitting on, still probably fine if they drop this one.
He's got his spider senses tingling that there's something happening around in Evox. It's not really going to amount to a whole lot, as that's going to be smoked off, and so Komso not interested in that peak battle anymore.
There's the A main take. Clearing that map control for the T side. Nice HE nade inside of the smoke from Doran. It's clean from Hanetti as well, peeking off the back of that. Knowing that the teams might want the opportunity to trade a two-man advantage for Komso here. They are putting in the elbow grease right now. They want to take this map.
Well, Westmelon. Maybe he can conjure a little bit of magic here. It's probably going to have to come from him as G's tossing the util over the top to try to facilitate, but counter util's good from Komso to buy a little bit more time. And look, Starry's going to try to work his way in through mid, though Doran watching that is going to be able to relay that information over to the B defenders that they're going to have to worry about what's happening behind them. And Westmelon will be clotheslined by that MP9. There's not really enough in this round for Lynn Vision. I mean, good damage at the end of the day, but G with the Glock kill is not going to be enough to really excite all that much. Ferk surviving on 1 HP as well, but Komso will equalize.
Yeah, 3 guns up again. It's good stuff. A little type in the chat there. Maybe it might be time for a pause for LVG. We'll see. See if they've been... what's the word? Forced to be respectful enough or not. Doesn't seem like the pause came to fruition. Maybe just a bit of bants in the chat. Another buy coming out for LVG, but starting to run out of cash here. 2.4 loss bonus, so bomb plant's going to start to be more important. Vitornik's got the FSM out. All right, buddy.
I mean, Lynn Vision did it to him last map. Maybe you just got to get back. You got to fight fire with fire.
Speaking of which, double mollies up onto mid, quick pacing. Starry taking that duel early on. That's an interesting smoke from KRC into middle, trying to halt the progression. Again, a man advantage here for Komso.
Might be a little bit more than that. KRC somehow getting away with absolute murder. The USP for another one, but Starry's tapped away at a couple, and Amelia strikes as well. And in the blink of an eye, it's gone from almost an assured victory for Komso to a round that's really hanging in the balance.
I don't know how that's happened. First of all, what is Lynn Vision doing? 3-man running through a smoke there. And how is Starry double headshot at 2 people running out of a smoke in 2 seconds? I have so many questions. The last one of which is this the perfect position for an XM in a 1-on-2? I think it is.
Oh, well, it gets a little bit more difficult now. Wants to pull out the util, but the XM does its job. 11 to 10, and Komso will regain the lead.
Oh, there's no way that's how you break Lynn Vision's economy to take the lead here. That's crazy. Couldn't have written a better script than that. And that was a classic round of Asian CS. As much as we praise LEG for, how well they're playing at the moment, they've been, playing some of these XVXs, and the protocols on Vertigo look so beautiful. I think that round was a bit more of a return to the primal game style of Asian CS, deciding to throw fists, throw hands in middle, through multiple smokes, and just see what happens. It's like LVG setting themselves up for an A main exit here. Once again, Hanetti and Doran in a pretty similar setup to try to defend.
Hot flash. It's going to be a problem for Doran. Didn't really react to that one at all, did he? So now it's kind of on to Hanetti. This nade is going to blow the smoke right in front of him. He's got problems if there's a peek, but it's not going to happen from Lynn Vision just yet. Big rotate from Komso over toward the A bomb site. They are well and truly prepared to put all of their eggs in that basket, but Westmelon has just cracked this round open himself. And Lynn Vision are not going to go down without a fight. There's no doubt about that.
Such a smart mid-round as well, recognizing just how much of a pull of the rotations they've found. Left Westmelon behind just to keep the pressure on with that smoke. I think thrown by the CTs so that you can play the pivot position. Unfortunately, what it ends up doing is limiting the CT's info from positions like Heaven, from positions like Backside, about whether the exit is actually happening or not. And Westmelon takes full advantage of that, but also Lynn Vision able to just call the audible and rotate back to the other side of the map, and there's no way the CTs can really know, are they out, are they not out? End up in a two-man save here. Money's still good enough to probably buy up into the next for Komso, but definitely on. LVG trying to salvage some guns. Amelia goes down to the two players Heaven, but in the meanwhile, two Tech 9 players pick up primary weapons, which is going to be a big swing for the T-side economy.
Another pause to come through. Bit of suspense, right when things get close, why not? Seems fair enough.
All right. 2.4 loss for the CTs. 3 of them broke, so single eco for them. Envision still with a bit of cash in the back pocket, but 1900 loss bonus. So with no bomb plan, or if they're not bringing enough guns through, it could be problematic right at the end of the game here. More so concerned for Komso though. Especially if this round doesn't go well, they really need to save at least 2 guns. If not 3.
It's going to be in the playbook for Komso then. Having a bit of a look toward Canals. That's really the only semblance of aggression from them, and Lynn Vision are not moving too slowly through the map. Starry getting sent straight into mid. Map control's the name of the game early on for Lynn Vision, but Westmelon under a little bit of pressure here. Quite a bit of threat actually, as 3 players push out from B. He'll receive a really nice flash though from G, which at least bails him out of trouble for 1. And a 1-for-1 there I think is going to be enough from Westmelon, with the information as well, for Lynn Vision to fight their way into A, and look like it's going to be quite a stable round in the end.
2-man save. Oh boy. Starry's not happy. He's still going. You can hear it. But as mentioned, Komso need to save these 2 weapons. Molly found by KRC. Look, every little bit that you can scavenge is worth it. B Tawny. How about to think about a ninja? Oh my god. Could have found G there. If he did, there was maybe a chance for it. But crisis averted for Lynn Vision now. Goodbye looking like for Komso. Probably MP9 or Famous drop. Single rifle drop. Doran buys. Someone has to go without the best quality weapon. Oh, actually, we're going to glass cannon on Doran. So you are going to get an all-power glass cannon. Drop an MP9. And, Yeah, M4 on Hannity. Not a terrible looking buy. It's workable to try to push us to OT.
Well, might be an overtime game. G hoping to prevent that, but he's not going to be given the chance again. Has been watching D-Box like a hawk, really. This is dangerous, though. Zaka goes down. And there is the trade coming through from G, but elsewhere, KRC's also been able to chime in. He's been really quite stellar with the rifle in hand this game. And the job actually gets pretty difficult now for Lynn Vision. Amelia's timing might just be good enough to catch one, not two, though.
Yeah, I don't think you're expecting the AWP with the money that Komso were meant to have coming into a round like this. No jiggles from Amelia. 2-on-3. Straight through the middle of the map. Straight up the guts for Westmelon and G. Doran on the line. They're going to be aware of that. They're going to smoke off left side mid. G's just going to take the duel with him. Jump across, baits the shot. Good teamwork for Lynn Vision. Now scaling into the site. Doran trying to dance around that site pillar. By time for the rotations. Molly out of position and just can't manage to put it together.
Oh, Westmelon could come up big right here, cutting off that rotate in CT spawn as well. Another one goes down, and it seems like Lynn Vision might just be able to get this one done. Fergt, he's going to have to push through that smoke straight into a Molotov, straight into a flash. He's only got an MP9. It's a very dire situation. He's been spotted out now as well, and G, he doesn't quite seal the deal, but at least with that information, Lynn Vision in such a dominant position that it feels almost impossible for them to lose it from here. Molotov will cause some problems for Westmelon up on Heaven, but Fergt is running out of time, and Komso are running out of time. They worked hard on this map. We'll give them some credit where it's due, but it's just not enough as Lynn Vision will secure another map victory, a 13-11, and they secure their 2-0 tonight.